What's up, guys? Welcome back to the End to End podcast. Today, we're coming at you with a new series called the Gauntlet. This is a debate competition where it's a knockout format where we have a wheel that we spin with 150 topics. Everybody gets a minute intro, a minute rebuttal, and 30 seconds conclusion. We brought out 8 guys with us today, and these guys are ready to debate. And the cash prizes are $100. So enjoy, guys.
All right, guys, this is the bracket. And the very first debate on End to End podcast, it will be Ben against Ozzy.
So how you doing today? Where you joining us from?
South of France. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We going international with it. Okay.
Hey, really?
Yeah,
All right, bet. So I don't know if you heard how you want me to explain it again real quick, or do you know how it works?
Yeah, it's been a while, man. I run that back.
All right, bet. So basically, we have this wheel with 150 different topics. You each get 3 skips, so you can skip the topic 3 times throughout the whole tournament, not just this round of 16. It's best 2 out of 3, so you basically have to win 2 debates to move on.
Sorry, can we just have the stat debate again? Can we talk?
I can't. That's random. It has to be
No,
one.
we can't.
If it goes like if Ozzy wins one and Ben wins one, there's no skips for the third round, right?
Yeah, if it's a tiebreaker, like it's a 1-1, and we're having the deciding debate, the skips are useless. Like you keep your skips.
It's like a
So, yeah, basically we're gonna spin first, and then we're gonna see if you guys find a debate you're both comfortable with off rip, and we'll go from there. Yeah, basically it's 1 minute introduction on each sides, 1 minute rebuttal on each side, and then 30-second conclusion. Okay.
And you get 3 skips throughout the whole tournament, by the way.
The whole tournament.
Okay.
We want a good one so bad, man. Play
Okay. Hazard or Salah?
Hazard.
Ben, do you agree or disagree? Or are you willing to argue Salah? Do you feel like you could win that argument?
Yeah, I can argue Salah.
Okay, appreciate that. Ozzy, you could start us off. So tell me in 1 minute your introduction as to why Eden Hazard is a better footballer than Mohamed Salah all time.
Okay, the way I assess players is first I look at the ability as a players. I look at their numbers, right? I value players that have combination of both ability on the pitch and numbers. Hazard's ability as a winger to beat his man, to create separation, those things are what I look for in a winger, which Hazard has. Plus, he gives me the numbers to back it up. 17-18, his numbers were amazing. 16-17, amazing numbers. Then you look at your career. They're both on the same team. Who has a better player? Hazard. We were the same exact team, and one player elevated. You saw a young Hazard in League On be the best player in the league. What's Salah doing at that young age? Nothing at that young age. So you see a player that's better ability, can score, can also give you the numbers and combine a combination of both. And if you ask anybody who watched the game with your eyes, they'll say one name and one name only: Hazard. The problem with Salah is first for his career as from a young age wasn't that great, and it's now he's driving off, as you can see for the start of the Premier League season. He's driving off. So he's like a better player than Hazard as on the eye.
1 minute. Mute up. That was a great intro. That was a great intro. He got mad words out. All right, Ben, go ahead, bro. 1 minute. Starting now.
All right. Listen, I want to start off. I do think Hazard is a phenomenal player, but I think the young player thing, I think that's just ridiculous because on one hand, you can say the young player argument, but on the other hand, Salah has gotten better with age, A. B, he's won the Champions League, whereas Hazard, he went to Real Madrid, right? He got, okay, sure, Chelsea's a great club, but he got that serious move to the Galacticos. And what did he do? He did nothing. He ate food. He got too big and he got injured. When the lights were shining, he didn't do anything. But I think Salah has shown consistency. And, one of the biggest sayings is the best ability is availability. Every year, Salah is there putting up goals and assists, helping his team win trophies. And I think Hazard sometimes, he just doesn't want it enough. And I think, when you look back on that, he's tarnished his legacy for me personally. I get with Salah, the eye test isn't always there, but he's efficient. And, aside from stats, he's reliable too. In the game, you can pass him the ball at the end. He's going to make something happen.
Okay, pull it.
All right.
Okay, so Ozzy, you're gonna hit us with a 1 minute rebuttal, and then you get a 30-second conclusion later on.
the problem here is you looked at you devalue what Hazard did at a young age and value what Salah did at an older age, because a career can start young and fall out older. That's what happened from football history. So you can't just say, well, at a young age, well, he was good, and then say, well, Salah developed, become a great player. Some players just start out early and fall off. That's how it happens. Not only that, second of all, right? You're saying that they're both in the same exact team. We saw the level both reach when they were in that team. So how can you say one is better than a player when they're both there and one was a top dog? The other guy was nothing and was kicked out of the team. For me, Salah's consistency is great, but it's not enough to be better than a player that has shown me this level of Hazard, Bale level. He hasn't gotten that level in terms of ability ever, never. So what would I pick that over him? Is it a minute or 30 seconds? Oh, so that's why I was one more point I'm gonna make, right? His career is gonna end soon. He's 32 years old, right? We've seen the level drop. We could do the math. 18 to 32.
1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. It was to be fair, bro,
I can't hear you.
You're muted. You're muted.
my fault, y'all boys. My fault. That's 1 minute, but Ozzy, to be fair, I did say it's 1 minute, 1 minute, and then the 30 seconds.
Yeah,
So that's time management. So Ben, go ahead with your 1 minute rebuttal.
Listen, your first point, you said you can't say at a young age, not at an old age. But when you first started speaking, you said you literally brought up the age thing, the young age. Secondly, I don't really get the whole, they're on the same team argument, because I have a belief that, different players take different journeys in order to get to the positions they're at. And I think that Salah, sure, it's taken him a little bit longer of a time to get where he's at. But once he's at where he's at, his numbers are just undeniable. I mean, every season he scores like double digits of goals. Not just double digits. He's not in the teens. He's scoring 20 goals a game, or a season, every season now. He's in Ballon d'Or shouts. Does he pass the eye test? Not always. But I think that I don't know. I just think he's better than I think he's better than Hazard. I think that Hazard, he's too shaky, man. I think sometimes he can go missing for a game, and just because he does step over feint, that doesn't make him a better player.
Fair enough. Ozzy, you get your 30-second conclusion, and then Ben, it's your turn.
In your own entire argument, you're dismissing your player that you're supporting. You're saying, well, he's not always a great player to watch. Well, this, well, that. I would brought up the age argument, because you said, well, Salah started young, bad, but he became great. But sometimes you're discrediting people that just start out banging the Rooneys of the world, and then they fall off. That's just football, right? Some players start different time, I agree. But my point is, I give the league on trajectory to Chelsea trajectory and the fall off. There's a trajectory of high level for 18 to 30.
That's done. 30 seconds. Ben, go ahead, bro.
I don't know, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really have much to say. I'm not gonna lie. But I just think that Salah's accomplishments speak for themselves, I mean, he's pretty much taken his team to the Champions League, like, solo. Sure, Mane's there too. Now, to address the eye test comment, I just think that's such a bad that's just such a bad ad hominem. I mean, you have to see that his final ball, that's the point of quality. So you can go missing in the build-up all you want, but when that final ball gets delivered,
30 seconds.
Goal, assist, boom.
30 seconds. That last couple words do not count.
Okay.
So
no,
yeah, we're gonna pick the winner for the field debate. Oh, King Dover. Damn, King Dover, bro. I thought you wasn't pulling up, nigga. Yo, all right, it's all good. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna make it work. Lucas, so who would you say won that first round between Ben and Ozzy?
Yo, I gotta go with Ozzy with this one.
Okay.
I thought, in my opinion, Ben could have won that one. I just think he should have relied a bit more on Salah's career and stats in the Premier League, which could have destroyed the eye testing about Hazard.
Yeah.
Wait, are we allowed to look at stuff while we do this?
Yeah.
Oh,
the last dude who won had 7 tabs.
Because he wasn't here. He wasn't here during the.
Yeah, I've been gone for like an hour and a half.
Ozzy's arguments were more structured, in my opinion, and I just think he came off the rip a bit better, and he convinced me a bit more that Hazard was the better player. Because at the same point, when Ozzy won it for me, when he started saying he's being shaky about his own player when he was like, I don't know if Salah passes the eye test. I don't know.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
Ozzy was more adamant about his own player, and I
yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
like even though Salah is way more consistent than Hazard, he has a lot better years in the Premier
He
League.
turned
There's
mad. He
I
lost. He
I
turned
think
mad.
I think there was a lot to dwell on. But I am a Hazard over Salah type of guy. But I think it's easier to make the argument for Salah.
So am
Um.
I. So am I.
Okay. Okay. I personally, Xavier, hold on. Here you go.
I'm going, man.
Okay. Um. I'm gonna go Ozzy. I think Ozzy had a better structure to his argument, and I think he was more determined. Like he didn't, other than that one time where he didn't realize it was supposed to be 1 minute. He was talking the whole time. Like he was always going in. He always had something to say. I feel like even at the start of Ben's conclusion, like you said, I don't really know what to say. You started talking about how Salah doesn't really pass the eye test. Like I felt like there was more doubt in your argument, whereas Ozzy was just determined and trying to win the debate the whole time. Personally, but I think it was very close. I do think it was very close. I do think it was very close. So, all right, so that was a good one. I wasn't expecting Ozzy to come out with that one. I ain't gonna lie, I had been, but shit, it was great for both sides. We're gonna get into the second debate. It's Edgar versus Nathan. Let's get straight to it. But bro, I needed to make 200 topics. We already did that.
Damn, we got one we already did.
Out of 200, bro, this wheel is trash. Stats or eye test? What is the better way to measure a player?
Ooh.
Ooh.
This one's so subjective because, like,
Yeah,
That's the point. It's about your debating skills. It's not about.
I'm gonna go eye test.
Nathan, you go eye test. Edgar, what would you go?
let's see.
Edgar, get this one, bro.
Come on, bro. Take a risk, bro.
I
Yeah,
think,
it's
you
an
know what?
easy.
I'm gonna
Show
go
some
stats.
balls, bro.
I'm
Show
going
some balls,
stats,
bro.
bro. If
Yeah,
I
it's an
lose,
easy.
I lose. At least I was a man in the
Say
end,
that.
though.
I
Say
bet.
that. Say that.
Show some balls. I like that.
This is a tough one.
All right. So who started off last time? Edgar, Nathan. You can start us off, right?
Yeah, I started last time.
Go ahead, Nathan.
All right, so I'm gonna go with the eye test because personally, as a football watcher, enjoyer, lover, I've always believed that the eye test will take it over stats. We talk about players like Mohamed Salah, we talk about players like Harry Kane, we talk about players like Lewandowski, who have stats filling up the sheet. But when you ask me, uh, who's the better player between X and Y, I'm not gonna go look at stats. I'm gonna actually watch them play the game because for me, a GA doesn't doesn't say who the better player is. Maybe it can say who's more decisive, but it will never be the better player. Pedri is a great example. Messi has a lot of GA, I know, but probably he has the most GA of all time. But even in the games where he doesn't get a goal or an assist, he's still the best player on the pitch, just like Pedri. Uh, I think Jude Bellingham also. There's so many more ways of telling the game than stats, because stats is just at the end of the day it's just a stat. You're not actually watching.
All right, 1 minute. Edgar, start us off with your side.
I think I'm gonna go stats because you could say I test what wins you a game: goals, assists. What wins you a game for defenders: tackles, interceptions, clearances, goalkeepers, saves, clean sheets. I mean, the whole game is based around stats. And even though you compare a player, oh, let's do so and so, he has all the GA, but he's not as good as so and so has barely any GA, but he's a better player on the ball. Just because they're a better player without GA doesn't mean that GA doesn't matter. GA is what wins you games and everything. Just because you're better than the player on the ball, but you can't commit the stats, even though you can control the game. Like you said, Pedri. I mean, Pedri's an all-timer. Pedri's one of the best in the world right now. You're giving us the best midfielder in the world. Give me a player who he's amazing on the ball. He can get balls here, but what does he do in the big games? Nothing. Without stats, even if you're a very good player on the ball, you can't win your team games. What happens? You lose.
Edgar, okay. Nathan, rebuttal, please. 1 minute.
In football, it should be known that stats does not tell who's winning the game. A GA doesn't tell who's winning the game. A goalkeeper could get a save off of an opposing team player passing the ball to him, and he gets a save. That's a stat. I mean, are we really gonna take that? Like, more serious than an eye test. If the debate is eye test versus stats to tell who's a better player, the eye test wins every single day of the week. Yes, you can win a game without the stats showing it. You have players like Tony Cruz. You have players like Pedri, like Messi, again, who can win games without having an assist, without having a goal. The game is not just about who creates the chance or who gets the save or who gets the shot on target. It's about the movement of the players, what they can do, who they can pull out of the game, what they can do for their team. Stats do not tell the whole story of a game at all. You can look at stats, and football would be a whole different world if we judged it off of stats purely. So for
One
me, I
minute.
just
One
takes
minute.
it.
1 minute. Edgar, go ahead. Conclusion.
I'm gonna conclude it with you're bringing up these all timers: Messi, Pele. Oh, that's Pedri, Tony Cruz. You're bringing up the best players in their position, best players of all time. Tony Cruz, the top 10, top 5 midfielder. Pedri, best midfielder in the world. Messi, best player of all time. But you won't bring up players who don't get any stats but are really good on the ball, but they don't do shit in the game. Like you could look at Anthony at Man United versus Betis. Anthony on Betis, he actually looks good on the eye, but at Man United, what was he doing? No stats, no GA. You can bring up shitty players who actually are really good on the eye, but in the game they don't perform and they don't show up. You're bringing up players who are really good on the eye and who do show up. The eye test is 50-50. Like with stats, it's 50-50. You can bring up players who get stats and show up, players who don't get stats show up, players who don't get stats show up. Well, they don't get stats, they don't show up at all. But when it comes
Okay, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Nathan, finish us off with the conclusion.
Okay, for my conclusion, the eye test wins it because you can't tell who's a better football player off of stats. The eye test, you can see if you actually watch the game what a player is doing. You can actually tell if they're good. It's not just that they're good and they don't get a GA, but they don't actually do anything. They actually do something in the game. They do a lot more than you think. There's a lot of movement that goes in a game. There's a lot more than just an assist or a pass. There's movement as well. There's the knowledge of the game. If you have the eye test, you can tell who knows how to play the game. You can tell who knows what they're doing on the pitch, who's not just following instructions. They actually know what they're doing. They're a football player. And then you have the stats, which will tell you, okay, this guy got an assist, but did he do anything else in the game? No, maybe not. So the eye test objectively is better than statistics.
Okay, good. That was probably the best debate so far. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Luca, what did you think? Turn that camera on.
One of y'all go first, because let's switch up the order.
I'll go first. Genuine, bro. Very hard to split. I give it to Nathan though, slightly. I think it was very close, but in terms of the conclusion, there was points I wanted Edgar to make that I thought he was gonna make, like, but he didn't pick up on those points. And I think what I expected from Nathan, the points I wanted him to make, I did hear those points. And I also do think his structure for his argument was better. His conclusion sounded like a conclusion to me. Like it sounded like he introduced topics, he had a body and a conclusion. So I personally gave it to Nathan, but I think it's very, very close. Xavier, what did you think?
I don't know yet, bro. Like I'm still. I want to hear what Lucas
All right,
said.
let me go. I do think Nain had a better conclusion in my opinion. Edgar was a bit wibbly wobbly at the end, but I think Edgar's arguments were the same point that you made for Edgar is how I felt about Nathan sometimes. I did think a lot of times I wanted him to make some arguments to kill the stat narrative, because a lot of times also I believe in eye test. We always have that argument about soccer and stuff like that, because I agree more in eye test.
Hey,
But
watch your mouth, bro. I'm talking about
there's some arguments I wanted him to make a bit more, like push with a bit more ball knowledge or a bit more stats. Something as simple as like, oh, Giroud is the top scorer for France, but he's not better than Thierry Henry. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
small stats like that I feel like he could have put in his argument to make him win that point. So
You wanted him to give you examples.
yeah, giving me
I feel you, I
examples.
feel you, I feel
I'm leaning a bit more on Edgar.
All right, Xavier. So you pick the winner.
Juan's right. Like Nathan had a better conclusion, but I feel like Edgar had better arguments, but like on the field, I feel like on both sides they were both lacking with like like going in depth into like examples, bro. Because for example, like Nathan kept bringing up Messi, you could have really went into how like Messi, you can see the eye test, but he's also the player with the most stats, the most GA, the most whatever. So like, I don't know. I felt like there were
Yeah,
certain
Edgar
things
should
you
have
could have
said that.
said that.
That's what really like when he started talking about Messi. I thought he was gonna tell Nathan like, bro, you keep bringing up Messi, but Messi is the best player on the eye test, but it's reflected through the stats.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
Edgar kept going close to it and not making that point.
Yeah.
So I just had to do with
And
Nathan.
both
first.
of them made that same mistake, but and with different things. I'm going with Edgar. I'm going with Edgar.
Damn, Edgar takes the first round. Nathan, you're eliminated. Appreciate you for coming on. I did think you made great arguments, but I think, bro, we're gonna keep doing these. So I think next time you're probably gonna go further. I'm not gonna lie. I see potential there. I'm not gonna hold you. What do you have to say for yourself?
Yo, I think it's crazy. I brought up examples. Nah. Because I brought up examples. I said Messi. I mentioned Messi once, and
said
the
Messi
fact that
every
y'all,
time,
y'all
bro.
You mentioned Messi twice, gang, or three
You
times.
said
I'm not gonna hold
Messi,
you.
and you're
twice,
starting your
twice.
conclusion. You used Pedri all 3 times, bro. And
Yeah,
You used the same players all three
That's an
times.
example, though. I could have brought up Giroud, Henri, just like I could have brought up
Facts.
Salah, anyone else. But
Yeah.
my point still stands. My point was still the point that I was trying to make. So I don't see why.
No, it's fair.
I said examples. I don't know.
Fair. I think it was very close. I edged it to you, but I'm not mad at Luca and Xavier for edging it to.
I didn't even know who I was gonna pick until like.
Yo, me neither.
Broke it down.
Yo, that one was tough. It's not like
That
anybody
one was really
blowing
good.
anybody
That was
away.
like a level matchup in my opinion. Yeah,
Also,
two
I think it's
different.
kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy round 2 that there's 2 Arsenal fans voting for Henri. I don't know. That's kind of
bro, I'm a Liverpool fan. I wouldn't get Salah, bro. Come on.
Like,
yeah, but
bro, genuinely, if you had,
but
yo, not to ask Xavier, hold on, yo, not Nathan, ask Xavier. I literally said while you were debating that the way Edgar was debating, I could have won that debate if I was arguing for Salah. There's points you just didn't make, gang. I'm not gonna hold you.
And don't get me wrong, the
what
second
was
time,
did I not make?
the
Like,
second
bro,
time, I preferred your argument on Salah than
He
than
lied.
Henry.
He lied about Henri.
but you didn't tell us he lied. You have to tell us
Why
that,
do I
bro.
gotta say that? I was muted.
Because, bro, the comments are
Like, bro, it's a debate. You have to fact check him, and then we're gonna be like, oh, we're gonna talk
Well, I don't
about
got time to go and fact check everything. I'm
that
listening.
nigga did.
Are you on
That
phone or
nigga clearly
computer?
want the 100 more than you, bro.
Nathan,
And
are you on
he
phone or
want the 100
computer?
more than you.
Bro, I have
Huh?
look, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tabs.
Jesus.
That
I got no tabs, bro. I was just going with my knowledge, bro.
But
Nah,
yo,
you
Nathan,
see,
appreciate you
Nathan,
for
I
coming on.
respect that. I respect that. I
Yeah, I
respect
respect that. I
that.
do respect that. I respect
I
that.
knew
But yo,
Salah. I knew Salah's stats are better than Henri.
yeah, but yo, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you for coming on. We'll have you next time. Have a good day, bro.
Good shit, though.
I'm
Good
probably gonna have
performance,
to. I'm probably gonna have to kick you because the room is full. But
Yeah, like he got like an 8 out of 8.5.
yeah, nah, he did good. He did good. All right, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Nigga lost. Damn. All right, Edgar, good shit, bro. You move on to the next round.
We're going
Two
backstage.
debates away from $100 to your name, my boy. Good shit, good
bro.
shit.
Go
I'm
backstage.
scared to
Go chill
rebel
out.
in the meeting.
Go chill out, bro. Go chill out.
Congratulations to Edgar for doing his thing, man. He came out with the facts and got him the W. Next, we have JK and Robel, which are 2 fans' favorites. So let's stay tuned for these 2.
We've skipped this twice, and one of the times it was for Saka, the other time it was for.
You know, it's funny. I think Saka like stats edges it, but I think eye test wise,
I don't even think
on my team. I got Olise.
I don't even think it's about stats. I think like Olise's first season in Bayern, he scored more goals than he did in like the whole other half of his career.
Casemiro or Rodri? Casemiro or Rodri?
All time?
Yeah. Keeping silence. I hear thoughts. You, who would you say, JK?
JK said Casemiro.
Rebel, would you disagree or agree?
Ugly, so I'm taking Casemiro.
All right, so start us off. Who started off last time, Rebel or JK?
Rebel.
Yeah, I did.
All right, JK, start us off. You got 1 second. You got 1 minute. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, so I'll take Casemiro over Rodri all time because first of all, I think Casemiro was a very significant part of the Madrid team that won the UCL 3 times in a row, which isn't like it's not a small feat for a midfielder to be a significant part in that. I also think he was one of the best DMs like in the world before he came to the Premier League at an older age, obviously. But I think before he came to the Premier was unarguable that he was one of the best, but then he came to the Prem and then he came at an older age. Even at an older age, he's a very significant part in the Man U team, significant part in them winning the FA Cup. And I think if we're looking all time, Rodri wasn't that very like amazing at Villarreal or Atletico Madrid. Meanwhile, Casemiro slowed down due to old age towards the end of his career, which is why I think all time over the course of their careers, I think I'm taking Casemiro over Rodri.
Answer 6. Okay, you kept 6 seconds as well. Keep that in mind. Rebel, start us off with your first introduction, please. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So the reason why I would take Rodri over Casemiro is essentially come down to who is a better footballer, right? I think that Rodri, when you look at the game, when you look at the eye test, this guy was a better player. This guy has peaked higher. This guy has individually accomplished more. While I do admit that Casemiro does have more of a team accomplishment, his name, the trophies and all that, right? But Rodri has more of a significant impact on his team where he set out to be the best player, where he set up to be the main guy that I think that Casemiro has never done. Yep, cut off there. Yeah, cut off. Yeah, I want to cut off.
All right, Rebel, you dead ass kept like 25 seconds. Okay. Fairs.
Yep.
JK, keep that in mind. JK, you kept 6 seconds. So go ahead for your second minute, your rebuttal.
I think if we're talking about being the better individual player over the course of career, I think it's still Casemiro because, as I said, Rodri wasn't good when he was in Villarreal. He was decent when he was in Atletico Madrid, but then coming to Man City, I think Pep's coaching and Pep's system really amplified his playing style, which now I think, yes, he has peaked higher than Casemiro, but him peaking higher than Casemiro should not undermine Casemiro's consistency from the beginning of when he went to Real Madrid from Brazil, which he was good in Brazil, still being subjectively good in Manchester United, but because of his old can't perform to the abilities that he was at that time. I think Casemiro is a better, like he disrupts the play more and is a better defender than Rodri, even if Rodri is a better player. I think even in Rodri's Ballon d'Or season in the Premier League, Rodri wasn't better than Phil Foden because Phil Foden won the PL Player of the Season that year and the PFA Player of the Season that year. So that's in my own opinion. Yeah.
Okay. Rebel, start. You have a conclusion, but you have 25 seconds on top of the 30 seconds, so 55 seconds in total. If you want, you can use it all. You can use anything under 55 seconds. Go ahead.
So starting off, that this guy he made the claim that Rodri was not good at Villarreal or Atletico Madrid. He was not that good, which is false, right? This guy essentially played one season at Villarreal. And it was the season in the 2016-2017 season where he played 30-something games. And then he actually did play another season. So he played 2 seasons there and then got to move to Atletico Madrid, where again, he played only one season and got to move to Man City, right? You don't get this move to Man City just by not being good. You have to have some type of quality. You have to have some type of talent there. Now, if you look at this guy, when he went to Man City, he was the system. It's not Pep's system. Pep saw the player that Rodri was and built his system around him. This guy was, again, when he was there, Man City did not lose a game in 60-something games. They did not lose. It was not until he was out of the squad last season where Man City completely went to shit. Because again, he is the system that Pep decided to build.
That's it. So, Rebel and JK, you guys they're both done.
Doesn't JK get a conclusion or?
I have one more.
Yeah, we both still have a conclusion.
I'm tweaking. JK, go ahead, bro. You get 30 seconds. Hold on. Let me start the timer.
Yeah, I think the fact that he made a mistake with him only playing one season at Villarreal and later saying that okay that he did play 2 seasons doesn't really show that he's really like not only insulted his pap but really knows like about the Villarreal. And I said that yeah, he did have quality when he was in Artsmad, when he was at Atletico Madrid, but I said that he wasn't good. Yeah, Pep saw that potential and brought it out of him. So I wasn't saying that he didn't have that quality. And him saying that he was the system, Pep has had other systems of midfielders before Rodri. So I don't really think that you can really just like say, okay, he was the system when Pep has had other midfielders before then. And I think that the fact that
That's it.
Casemiro was
36. You got 6 seconds. Go ahead.
Okay, so again, when he pointed out that I made a mistake, actually I corrected it right away, saying that he did have 2 seasons, and the talent was always there. He was a pretty solid player at Villarreal. He was a solid player at Atletico Madrid. This guy, in his, you brought up that Pep Guardiola did have other midfielders, which I don't know what that has to do with this topic, right? But in Rodri's time, that this guy was the system. This guy was averaging 8.1 ratings every season in, season out. He was one of the main guys, if not the main guy. If you looked at Champions League, this guy was the guy who essentially scored the winning goal for them. That brought the Champions League, the first one. This guy went on, not only that, the next season after, on to win the Ballon d'Or. He was named the best player, not one of the best player in the world. And then not only, he was also mentioned UEFA's best player of the season. So including team accomplishments, where he was a part of the team that has four Premier Leagues, including the individual accomplishments, and the fact that he does have the moments. He is the best player than Casemiro.
Time. All right, so I'm gonna rise up.
Both of y'all did good. Man.
Yeah, that was really good. I couldn't hurt you. This has been a great matchup. Everything's been a great matchup. Like everybody matches each other's skill level, in my opinion, so far. All right, so Luca, who would you give that to?
One of y'all go before me, bro. I don't know, bro. Both of them were really good.
All right, I'll start it off since I haven't. I think for the first time, I'm gonna vote for Rebel. I think Rebel took that one personally. But I think it's very close. Like, it's just a matter of preference, like, in debating styles. I like how Rebel managed his time, and I think he got what he needed to get out at the end. Like, it's like he managed his time so he could hear what JK had to say and be more on the defensive and be able to pick apart what he wanted to pick apart. So I preferred that style personally. I liked it.
I liked it too, but I feel like he went too OD. I feel like we didn't really get much of him at first. Like, the first round was like 30 seconds.
It's fair.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like just because he managed his time extremely well and like he had like his own like game plan, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
JK still had 6 seconds on top of it. Like, he's still
true.
I'm going JK.
Okay, so tiebreaker, Luca, you make the decision. Finally, it's not me, bro. Shit.
Yo, to be honest, bro, I think as always, JK was structured throughout all three different topics. But I think in my opinion, and for this one, I gotta edge it to Rebel.
Okay, I can't lie. Here's one thing I would say. In that debate, I don't think you said anything that made Casemiro better. I don't think you really brought up his accomplishments.
Like, at the same time, like you said some
in terms of longevity.
Yo, I thought in terms of longevity, bro. He said like, yes, Rodri did peak higher, but like, you should value the consistency and like, he brought up great points. Bro.
I agree with you.
He brought up good points. Like, what I'm saying is, like, I think obviously, like, he argued better, but at the same time, he had like more to work with. But although he has
he had more material.
I personally don't think you should have picked up Casemiro's year.
All right, so for the first semifinal, we got Edgar versus Ozzy, and we're about to have a loser bracket to see who's gonna join Rebel in the second semifinal. So let's get straight into it. It's JK versus Ben. Ben is arguing for Bukayo Saka. JK is arguing for Cole Palmer. Who wants to start us off? Y'all want to flip a coin?
I can start.
Okay, Ben, I appreciate that. So Ben, start us off 1 minute. And Ben, I want to make you know we do have a new rule. Okay. If you want to end it at like 45 seconds, 50 seconds, we're gonna keep the 10 seconds for your next minute or your next 30 seconds.
Okay, so you can say done.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so start us off right now. Your introduction. Tell me why Bukayo Saka is better than Cole Palmer.
All right, first of all, I think that Bukayo Saka is extremely more versatile than Cole Palmer. I think this shouldn't even need debate at all. I mean, Saka started as a left wing back. He's played. Has he played? Yeah, he's played left wing back for England as well, including his Arsenal. He came up at 19. Keep in mind, although City was a great team, Palmer was pretty much holding bench and only playing in like the FA Cup games. I think Saka is a player that in the big game you don't take him off, right? In the small game, sure they take him off for Madueke or whatever. But in the big games, they don't take him off. Look at the other game against United. They just lost that game. They took Palmer off. Now, tell me, if Cole Palmer is such a great player, why would you take him off against a relegation team like United? Why would you do that? I wouldn't do that, and I'm not an idiot. But anyway, I think Cole Palmer as well has not managed to get as consistent numbers as Bukayo Saka. I'm going to cede my time now. Give me 10 seconds.
Yeah. 1 minute. Go ahead, bro.
Chill. Don't start the timer. Don't start the timer. Chill. Okay. So you can start the timer now. Okay, so if we're talking about big games, Saka missed the penalty in a Euro final. Palmer beat the best team in the world literally 2 months ago, winning the man of the match. In another final, the Conference League final he played in. He has played 2 finals, 2 man of the matches, scored in a Community Shield final against Arsenal and won it for them, which Saka didn't do. He scored in a Super Cup final, won it for Man City, which Saka didn't do. You mentioned that why would Chelsea take off Palmer, but you don't know that Palmer was injured. Palmer came off because he has a groin injury. So that's a fault in your arguments because you said that not knowing that. Also, if you're talking about consistency, Palmer's first season, he had 36 plus GA. This is he had 32 GA. He has ranked higher than Saka in Ballon d'Or ever. He has more trophies than Saka, removing Man City as well. He has done more in the short time that he has than Saka has done in those 5 years. And the reason why Saka played left back for England in Euros was because Palmer needed to play that right wing so that they could win the game. So yeah, Saka held left back for
1
Palmer.
minute.
1 minute. 1 minute. Okay.
Two
Ben,
really good.
Ben, you have either a minute and 10 seconds, or you can keep that 10 seconds for your conclusion. So
No,
go ahead.
I'll take the minute and 10 seconds.
Okay.
All right, yeah. I agree. In terms of trophies, I can't argue that. And as a Tottenham fan, I can't argue that. But I just want to say, I think the thing is in terms of the left wing back England argument, I think that Saka was actually good at right wing in the Euros for England. I just think that his problem was actually Foden. England's problem was Foden on the left wing. I think Saka performed great for the England. I'm, as an English international myself, I think that Saka was great for England. Second of all, we're talking about 2 trophies that he's got. He's got Conference League, he's got World Cup, whatever that is, final. Conference League is Conference League. That's not even a trophy. That's like a Make-A-Wish trophy. Second of all, Club World Cup. He played a PSG team that had played like 70, 80 odd games. Do you know what that does to a footballer's legs? Oh my gosh, they're finished. It's like a tractor with no WD-40. He has nothing. They can't play on that. I mean, I felt sorry for PSG watching them. And that was the team that they beat, the Madrid team. Chelsea had the easier group, that team. So Palmer, he really had an easy run of it. I mean, PSG was already gassed when they played that game. Yeah, I don't really have much to say. I'll get into stats for my conclusion, obviously.
10 seconds. All right. So, JK, you get your second go. You have a minute. Go ahead, bro.
First of all, you mentioned Foden. Foden has nothing to do with it because it's not like Palmer was in another national team. Palmer was on the same national team as Saka. Palmer still scored in that Euros final. Saka has never scored in a final. Palmer has scored in almost literally every single final he has played in. You said Chelsea won the Conference League and Conference League didn't mean anything. But when Tottenham was in the Conference League, they literally left in the group stages. So that doesn't make any sense.
That was because of COVID. That had nothing to do with
I don't think you're meant to be interrupting me, but anyways.
That's a red card. That's a red card.
And then you said something about like the Club World Cup. If you look at the Club World Cup and looked at the games we played, PSG was our easiest game. That's the game that we scored a lot of goals and didn't concede a single goal. So taking everything in
time.
Okay.
I give you another 5 seconds because you took it out. So Ben, you get your 30-second conclusion. Go ahead, bro.
All right, first of all, I'll accept my red card. You got to get sent off in these kind of situations and just head down a tunnel. But listen, what was that about? Conference League, we had COVID and it was an issue, and we couldn't play games, so we got disqualified from the competition. That has nothing to do with Conference League. The ad hominem was not necessary at all. Second of all, I don't really have anything else to say. I'm just here as a double agent. I hate Bukayo Saka and everything he stands for as a Tottenham. And I hope he never wins this year. Are you dumb? Are you not? By the way,
This nigga been playing this phone. All right, so I'm not gonna lie. I don't even think
You'll never sing that, Arsenal. You'll never sing that.
Shut up, man. Shut up. All right, so I don't think we didn't have to finish it. I think JK won that one. He literally admitted defeat. All right, appreciate you, man. We'll see you next time. JK, you can still get that 100.
All right, the last debate was a good one. Now moving on to the next round, we have Edgar versus Ozzy for the semifinal round.
How many skips does Edgar have left? 2, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think he used once against Nathan. Man United or Liverpool, bigger club? Edgar, would you like to argue for Liverpool? I'm not even gonna ask Ozzy.
I'm going Liverpool, bro.
Bet.
Let's
That's
go.
a banger. Okay.
I'm going Liverpool.
Yeah, because Aussie's Man United for sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh my god, that boy hit the
Tiebreaker. So this is for a spot in the final, the first final of the gauntlet, the first ever final. Let's see who's gonna get that first spot, Edgar or Ozzy. Ozzy is arguing for Man United being the bigger club than Liverpool. Edgar is in the corner of Liverpool. Who started us off last time? Edgar, right?
Yeah, last time it was Edgar.
Yeah. Ozzy, go ahead, start us off. You get 1 minute introduction. I don't gotta tell you the rules no more. I think you understand it by now. I'm gonna start off your timer now. Go ahead.
In terms of the crucial things that make a big club, right? We're talking about fan base, right? Man United is a bigger fan base, bigger part of the conversation, and that matters in this argument. And the second argument is trophies, right? He's gonna list the European League, the European Cups Liverpool has, but we're talking about trophies. I always go with things that I have seen that matters to me, right? I've seen Man United win more, dominate an entire era of my childhood. That matters. That matters the argument of who's bigger to me. So that is an argument that I use all the time where talking about the bigger fan base, a team that have won more in the time span that I have seen. I can't go off in the 20s, the 60s that I've not seen. So that's matter to me. And who has a team that they won a Ballon d'Or, i.e., I United, the best player, CR7. You saw the better players come to United.
Time. So Edgar, go ahead. You get one.
All right, hold on. Give me a second. All right, I'm gonna start it off by you're going off what you've seen, okay, but that doesn't make them a bigger club because of your era. Okay, I will give it to you. Man United have more fans than Liverpool, but we have more trophies than you, more Champions Leagues, the same amount of league titles. We can win another one and make it more league titles, which you've had over us for years, right? We've had 20. We haven't won. You guys have 18. We have 20. Now we have 20. We're tied both and both. We have more. What's the most prestigious trophy in Europe? The Champions League. More Europes than you. I mean, for more Champions Leagues than you, right? You're talking about CR7 won a Ballon d'Or. Okay, Michael Owen won a Ballon d'Or at Liverpool. When you offer prestige, we have the bigger major trophies. You guys say you have more players that come from when it comes to a bigger club, and what matters more as a club, more trophies with more major trophies. We have more major trophies than you.
That's time. That's a minute. Luca. No, I'm tripping. Ozzy, go ahead. You get another minute. Rebuttal, go ahead, bro.
The reason I always say I like to look at things I have seen with my own eyes, right? Because I can judge the context of which they come from. To me, saying, "Oh, we have more trophies," how was this trophy won? How is it done? That matters to me, right? Because I've seen it. That's why, in terms of dominance, when the league changed in 1992, Man United have won 13 league titles, right? 13. When the league has changed, when the league is harder, when the league is tougher, Man City have won 13 of them. And how much have they won? They've won 2. One in the COVID year. So for me, that is what I'm going to use as the argument in terms of trophy. Fan base matters in the longest team, right? It doesn't matter, but it does matter, right? Who's the bigger family can generate more revenue? Or like, Man, you have not been in the Champions League for how many years? But we still generate the bigger revenue because we matter in the conversation more. So I'm listing things that matters in the grand scheme of the things that I have seen, and that matters in everything. So I'm done. I'm gonna say this for conclusion.
He saved 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Edgar, go ahead. You get. Is that his 30 seconds, or his first rebuttal?
They each went once, right?
Yeah. Edgar, you get another minute, right?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Start us off.
All right, I'm going to go off of your points again because you keep saying, oh, what I've seen in the Premier League, but are we going off of who's better in the Premier League or better as a club? We're going better as a club. Okay, Man United has more fans, okay, but revenue is false because from the last time it was revenue, right? Man United had 66, another 6 point something, but Liverpool had 801 million from that season. So we generate more revenue than you, just have more fans. Don't say it's false. I have it up. I just looked it up, right? So don't shake your head or anything. It's up. Don't shut your hands back. More Champions Leagues, more so in the recent years, right? Haven't been good since 2013 when you won your last Prem. Wrong or right? We've been in 3 Champions League finals, won 1. You haven't been Champions League finals since 08.
Ozzy, go ahead. Your conclusion, 30 seconds.
You're muted, Ozzy.
Ozzy, unmute.
So to listen what I'm trying to say, right? When I talk about revenue, I'm not talking about revenue in terms of comparison to Liverpool, right? I'm saying revenue in terms of where we are at the moment, right? In the moment we're in a top 4 league, but we still generate revenue that's up there with the best clubs in the world, the best in the Man Cities of the world. In the Liverpool who are in these big leagues, we have big trophies, right? Because we are that club that matters to people. And then in the conversation, and you talk about what I meant in recent years, what I've seen, not just recently, what I've seen my entire life, not just recent. That's what I said, my entire life.
Time. You had 3 seconds. I gave it to you. Edgar, go ahead. I think you have 35 seconds.
Yes, 40 seconds.
40 seconds. Okay, fair enough. Edgar, go ahead for your conclusion.
All right, like I was saying, you keep going off. Oh, what I've seen. Yeah, recently. What you've seen is recently. But yeah, because guess what? We go off of now. Your last argument. I'm gonna go to your last argument. Going off a bigger club. You changed it twice. It's your club. Like you said, we generated the most revenue. So do we. So what's your point? As you can see, the statistic, we have generated more revenue than you, which means not in the Prem, in the entire world. So after all the competitions, right, we have more revenue than you currently, right? More trophies, more European titles, same amount of Prems, more Carabao Cups. But obviously, when we win more, we're going to be a bigger club than you.
All right, you still had like a little bit of time left, but you still did. Good. That was still a really good conclusion.
All right, so Luca, go ahead. Who did you think won that debate?
I got Edgar.
You got Edgar. Xavier, who do you have?
I'm sorry, bro. You're gonna have to be the the tiebreaker, bro. I'm going with Ozzy, bro. Ozzy, bro. Like I don't know. I think everybody made good points, and I don't know. They get me more into the debates because like they like you can tell these niggas are waiting.
They kept firing back. They kept firing back every
Yeah.
time. But I think Edgar's final. I don't know if it's because he had his conclusion last, but he had the final word that he had was able to shut down a bit the arguments that Ozzy were making.
No, you didn't. I never said recently. That's what I've seen like last 5 years.
That's literally what you started with.
Okay, can I decide the winner? Can I decide the winner, please? Please, let's keep it cordial, y'all boys. I know y'all want to win, but so to conclude, the first finalist of the Gauntlet final is none other than Edgar. I think it was very close. I think Ozzy was probably my favorite going into this, but I think Edgar pulled off the upset. I'm not gonna hold you,
Man.
Ozzy. I think, bro, I really appreciate you for coming out. You were probably top 3 contenders since the start. Like that was probably the best debate we've had so far. I really hope you come back next time, and I really hope you give it another shot because I think you generally can win.
I think Ozzy got robbed, bro. You should have been in the finals, but no.
Facts over fiction, buddy.
Them boys tripping.
Ozzy, appreciate you for coming out, bro. We appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you, bro. Have a good night, bro.
Well, let's get it, man. Let's see.
I can tell Ozzy wanted to win too. Edgar, appreciate you. You're in the final. You're in the final.
I need that. I need FC26, bro.
I went about it back FIFA with the bread.
After a comeback dub versus Ben, JK gets a shot at revenge versus Robel again in the semifinals. Let's see how this plays out.
Yes or no? Is Lamine Yamal overrated? Do any of y'all want to take that prompt?
A lot of people say he's the best player in the world. Do y'all think he's overrated?
He's not overrated.
JK, do you want to argue against it or for it?
I think this is a
I'm
good
trying
one.
to win this. I'm trying to win this shit.
Okay,
bro.
so you want to go safe? That's the thing.
Like, I just want to be safe. Like, I can't like no, for real. Like,
I
like
respect
for
that.
real.
Bro,
So how can you do essentially? Wait, how can you prove that?
I just want to be safe. Yo, remember that.
How can you prove you can debate? If it's like a safe topic, you're gonna take every time.
That's with his seatbelt.
Wait, Robel, what are you saying? I can't hear you.
Like, if it's a safe topic, you're gonna take every time. Boy, what's the point of you essentially saying you can debate?
Oh, okay. Neymar is the 3rd best player of his generation.
What's his generation?
Bro, 2010 to 2022.
Wait, so do you believe Yamal's overrated?
Yeah, I think Yamal is overrated. Yeah.
Okay, now can we have a debate on that?
Okay, no problem. Yeah, let's
Yes, that shit worked. Rebel got what he wanted. All right. So
Well, baiting.
This is a good one.
So to decide the second finalist of the first gauntlet, Edgar is already in the final. JK is about to argue for Lamine Yamal being overrated, and Rebel is going to defend Lamine Yamal. Who started off last time?
It was Rebel.
He did.
Was it?
So I think I need to start.
Yeah, so Rebel, you start us off. You have a minute. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. Now, the reason why I think that Yamal is not overrated, right, is because essentially this guy does everything you need him to be. He is one of the best players in the world, whether you like it or not. Big moments, big performances, Champions League, Euros, La Ligas. He has all that. He has the performances. He has the goals and assists. He creates chances. He's one of the best chance creator, one of the best dribblers in the world. If you need him in big moments to step up at his age, he's there. In Euros finals, he was there. Knockout stages, he was there. Champions League, he was there. Essentially, in every aspect of a game where someone needs to step up in the big matches, in the big games, and deliver for their team, he has done that. In that way, there's no way that this guy can be named overrated or overvalued when you're one of the best players in the sport right now.
Okay, JK, go
Good
ahead
intro.
for your 1 minute intro. That was a great intro from Rebel.
3, 2,
Okay.
1, go.
First of all, yes, Lamine Yamal is one of the best players in the world, but that doesn't still like make you escape from what overrated is. Overrated is when you are rated higher than you usually are. I think Lamine Yamal is overrated because of people rate him higher because of he's doing so well at a young age. You mentioned chance creation, but Lamine Yamal wasn't top three chance creators in Europe last season. First was Rafinha, second was Bruno Fernandes, and third was Cole Palmer. So no, Lamine Yamal is no. You understand what I'm saying? And Lamine Yamal went without a goal for 4 months in last season as an attacker. So you're talking about him always pulling up to the occasion. He went without a goal for 4 months. Then the next month he scored three, went without a goal for one, and scored one goal in the last game in the last month of the season. So all that one about like being the man or whatever. I think he's one of the best players in the world. I think he has potential to be one of the best. But people say that he's already better than Neymar, and people say that he's better than Mbappe was at this age. And I don't think that's true at all. I don't. So that's why I think he's overrated. Yeah.
Two great intros.
Rebel, rebuttal, you get 1 minute. Go ahead, bro.
Great. Okay. To rebuttal your point, you said that this guy did not, essentially, he was not the best chance creator, right? Right. According to the sources, Lamine Yamal has created the most big chances in the world, in Europe, in in the top five leagues last season, right? And you also mentioned the fact that this guy went 5 months without scoring the goal, 4 months without scoring a goal. In that time, this guy was assisting. He was essentially creating. We saw in the first couple of games where he was injured, Barcelona dropped points. They were a lot of points behind. When he came back in the team, again, they started winning. They started picking up points. They started getting him back into the race. And essentially, he closed the La Liga down for them. And again, you even mentioned that this guy was the best player in the world. When you are the best player in the world, how can you be overrated, right? You said, let me retake that. You said he was one of the best players in the world. How can you be one of the best players in the world and be overrated, right? You can't. He is the best player in the world. Right now, I think he is the best player in the world. And he was competing to be the best player in the world.
Time.
JK, go ahead. 1 minute.
Sure. Don't start the timer. Don't start the timer. Okay. Yeah. So you said that the big chances, but you have to in an argument you have to word you like the things you say you have to word them more. You said that he's the best chance creator. You didn't say he's the best big chance creator. So I'm arguing against the point of him being the best chance creator. So in your second rebuttal, you can now bring up the big chance creator. So he's not the best big chance creator in the world. When it mattered the most, Rafinha was the one who scored in the Champions League and in the La Liga. That's why Rafinha won Player of the Season for La Liga and had the most combined GA in Champions League. You can still be overrated even if you are one of the best players in the world. Why, and I said at the end of my argument, why I believe Myanmar is overrated is because of people are saying that he's already better than Neymar at the age that he is, which he isn't. That's why I think they're saying he's better than some all-timers because of recency bias. You can still be the best player in the world or one of the best players in the world. But I believe he's overrated because they are saying that he's better than someone. And he wasn't even better than Salah last season. So no, I don't think here for me.
All right, you have 3 seconds left. Luca, can you do the timer for
The camera's back.
the
Actually.
conclusion, please?
It's actually back. Camera looks good.
Thank you.
Oh, you just don't. All right, my brother's getting up, but he's joining on his phone. He's gonna be listening the whole time. He's gonna be right back. So
Okay,
he's
don't
gonna
start.
he's
Don't
gonna know
start
he's
again.
gonna hear everything. So
Okay.
don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Luca, you got the timer?
Hold on. Don't start. Yeah.
All right, let me know when you're ready. This your conclusion or your a woman rebuttal?
Conclusion.
Conclusion.
This is a good one, bro.
Oh, you're good.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Okay. I'm good to go.
Let's wait,
All
Conrad.
right. Let me know. Let me know when to start.
Do wait for Xavier to come back in
Okay.
here.
No,
Yeah.
he's inside, like, and he's just on his phone, so he can hear everything right now.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let me know. Okay. So essentially, you said that you said you try to use my word saying chances and big chances. Again, essentially that is the same thing. Chances and big chances created, they fall under the same category as chances creating. If we go to overrated, right? You're saying that this guy's overrated because this guy's being compared to Neymar and all that. Essentially, I did not compare him to Neymar. I'm comparing him to, again, one of the best players in the world. Essentially now, and which that he is one of the best players in the world right now. So he does not fall into the category of him being overrated, since he has shown in the big stages, big moments, and big times for his club and country that he is that man. He cannot be overrated. Thank you.
Time. All right. JK, you ready? It's all the marbles come down to this game. So go ahead.
I never said that you said that he's better than Neymar. I'm telling you why I think he's overrated, not why you think he's overrated. He wasn't better than him at 18 isn't better than Mbappe at 18 because Mbappe had more goals and assists and Mbappe won a World Cup when he was 18 years old. Even when in the Ballon d'Or ranking they put him at second and they put Rafinha at fifth, which means they rate him higher than Rafinha, which he wasn't better than Rafinha last season, making him overrated and not better than Rafinha. And he didn't have more goals and assists than Salah, than Dembele, than Rafinha. So why is he in the top? Why is he in the top three? That means that he's overrated. That means he's
All
not
right,
better than
time,
those
time,
guys.
time, 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 time.
But
Okay.
he's still one of the best players in the world. What do you mean?
Xavier, since hold on, let me just bring Xavier. Unmute yourself and just tell us who you think won real quick.
Bro, really good debate, but I think Robel was more so defending why he personally thinks Yamal can't be overrated. But I think JK did a better job of being like more so objective and like giving points as to like what the outlook is in the general terms, like how most people see Yamal, how this is. So I'm giving it to JK.
Luca, what do you think? This shit is so hard, bro. This shit is so hard. I'm not going to you. Being the judge is so much harder than it actually seems. Because some of these debates have been so close, bro.
Yo,
Like,
go ahead, Conrad.
you want me to go? Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Go. I went before you last time, bro. Go.
Yo, I can't lie, I got JK, bro.
Oh,
I didn't think
shit.
I don't think it was gonna be possible for me to.
Bro, you know why I didn't
don't
want to
think
go?
I didn't
Because
think
I
it.
wanted you to say Rebel instead of a tiebreaker because I had
Yo,
JK too. I
yo,
think JK sweeps.
I didn't think it'll be possible for
Damn.
JK to convince me that Yamal was overrated, but I think Rubel could have played it better. I
Yeah,
think
I
Rubel could
Damn.
have
think
played it
the
better.
rebuttal should have been like back to back.
The thing with Rebel is you kept saying I think he's the best player. I think he's the best player. That bothered me because we're talking about is he overrated. We're not talking about do you know about do you rate him right. We're talking about does everyone rate him right. JK kept going to the general public, the general opinion.
And you know what played against your favor
Yeah, I
at the
think if
beginning.
y'all gave me a rebuttal, right, the fact when he brought up the Rafinha, the fact that he brought up Salah, and all these people, and Mbappe, I
Yeah,
would have
you
been
had
able
to
to
hear him
rebuttal
first.
that.
Yeah, I feel you. But
That's the
that's just how
thing.
it is
You know what
because
I
he
mean?
went first, then he went first, then he went first. You feel me?
You know what
Like,
though? I think Robert at the beginning you kind of overplayed your hand. I think
yeah.
when you started talking about him, I think you gave too much of your argument away in the first before he had the chance to rebuttal because you started. You should have kept it calm in the beginning and then went into the facts on your second time.
And
So
I'm not gonna hold you,
that would have been
bro.
a better rebuttal to what he said because after that you didn't really have anything to counter argue what he said to you because you presented most of the facts during your first minute.
And I'm not gonna hold you, bro. JK Loki had a buzzer beater for me. Cause bro, he brought up everything I wanted. I had no criticism except why are you not talking about Rafinha and Lamine Yamal in the Ballon d'Or ranking? And he brought that shit up in the last 10 seconds. And
Yeah,
he
essentially though,
covered
I can.
all the bases. But it was at the end. I was like, yes, okay.
And I think Robel could have played off that earlier too, and could have said he finished second in the Ballon d'Or. Could show you how much other people rate him, and it's not just
Yeah.
me. And I
Yeah.
think that could have played in Robel's.
Fairs. But like, for example, I think JK had the best conclusion the whole tournament we've seen so far. Like in his
Yeah.
conclusion, like
Yeah.
Juan said, he introduced a new point, another critical point, and went over every single thing and listed it off
And he
perfect.
did it quick. He did it quick under 30 seconds, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That nigga cooked. That nigga cooked. I can't even front. But Rebel, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like, bro, Rebel beat him and then he came back and got the sweep. Like, that's crazy, bro. That's just lore for these tournaments, bro. Like, next time, you already know who's your target, bro. You gotta beat JK, bro. Next time you come here, you gotta be coming seeking revenge. All right. But Rebel, appreciate
Now
you for coming up,
we
bro.
were in
I
the
really
chat and
appreciate it.
we were in
Alright.
the chat and we're talking about how we should save like me and him for the final. But
Bro,
yeah.
the thing is, think about how good Ozzy was. Edgar's very good. Even Ben lost twice, but
Ben was trolling.
bro, Ben was nice, bro. Like, bro, I'm telling you, the thing too, we had a bunch of people that came in here that had to leave because of the time management. We didn't manage the time right. That's on our like we didn't plan this right, but it's a great idea in my opinion. I think the next time is gonna be even better.
But everybody was surprisingly a much better debater than I thought they were gonna be.
Yeah,
Like,
I do think
I
I
completely
do
expected.
think there needs to be two rebuttals. Like it needs to be rebuttal, rebuttal,
Yeah,
rebuttal,
I
rebuttal.
it's our first time doing it.
I think it needs to be intro a minute, or the second rebuttal needs to be like a minute or 2 minutes long, like straight up, and then 30.
It's gonna be so long, bro. We
Yeah,
have
but
Yeah.
we do less people. We do less
yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We should
Fact.
do less
And maybe
people.
we don't have to do best 2 out of 3. Like maybe we just do straight up one debate each, but like you get a 10-minute debate instead of a 5-minute.
Okay.
Like,
I can't lie though.
And yo,
I can't lie. Edgar been talking mad smack in the
yeah, bro.
in the chat.
I've been talking, bro. I've been ready.
okay. So and Rebel. Pretty soon we're thinking about doing a league format, which is gonna be like a series with a couple episodes. So whoever gets the most points after the episodes gets a bigger prize. Like we're so you're gonna get an opportunity to come back and show off your skills again. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But bro,
Alright.
appreciate you for coming up. I don't know if you want to stay and watch the final, but appreciate you, bro. Have a good night.
And the league
Alright, you
format
too.
would give a better chance of showing like who's the better debater overall.
Yeah, it's consistency. It's not knockout stage. Yeah. All right, Rebel. We're gonna see
I'll
you,
see
bro.
ya.
Appreciate you. All right, so for the first ever final on the gauntlet, we got JK versus Edgar. JK just beat Rebel in the rematch. That was crazy. And then Edgar came out on top versus Ozzy. So yeah, let's get into the final. JK was scared to take Lamin's overrated. It's so easy to prove, in my opinion.
It's so easy to prove that he's not too.
Bro, all you gotta say is where did he finish? Where did Rafinha finish? Who was better last season? He's overrated, in my opinion.
This is a good one.
So Mbappe peaked higher than Thierry Henry.
Oh.
That's a good one.
Depends how you put it, though. Let me think.
Anybody can win this one. It depends on how you argue it, in my opinion.
I would disagree. Henri peaks higher than Mbappe currently.
JK, would you like to argue for Mbappe? Yes or no?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. First round of the final.
This is a good one, man.
That's a great one.
I'm intrigued.
All right. So, how do we decide? Do any of you guys volunteer to start?
Sure, I just want to check something quickly.
No. Okay. We'll flip a coin. Edgar, heads or tails?
Tails, tails.
Okay,
Heads.
so JK heads.
Is this winner goes first or loser
Siri,
goes
flip
first?
a coin. It's heads. Who had heads?
JK.
Me.
Yeah,
JK.
me.
All right, do you want to start or not?
No.
Okay. All
Okay,
right,
Edgar.
Edgar, you gotta start. Luca, hold on. Do the timer because our camera's blurry as fuck right now.
I
You
got
get
you.
1 minute.
Give
Go
me 5
ahead.
seconds.
Luca's gonna put the timer.
You ready?
Give me a minute. Give me a minute. All right. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Let's go.
All right. Well, honestly, obviously, I said that Henri peaked higher than Mbappe. And the reason why I said it is that Henri for Arsenal 8 times, Arsenal Player of the Year, 2 times PFA Player of the Year, 5 times goal scorer, 3 times goal scorer in the Prem. I mean, 2 English titles, a World Cup, a Euros, a Champions League. Mbappe never won a Champions League. He's tried his hardest, but closest he got was to his final. Didn't really do much in the final. Henri for Barca. Henri took Arsenal to that final in '06. Still lost, but he still contributed. In my opinion, I mean, like, obviously Mbappe has better stats because he did play in Liga. Now it's the second season in La Liga, and the majority of his stats are from the French league, which is the fifth best league in the world, which is the top 5 leagues, the worst league. Henri did it in way more leagues. He did it in La Liga, the Prem, Serie A for Juve. I mean, I'm just taking Henri.
You had 3 seconds to
Yeah.
go.
He had 10 seconds left over.
3 seconds left.
Oh, okay. JK, go ahead, bro. You have 1 minute.
Okay, yeah. So I think Mbappe has picked higher than Henri based on the fact that he said that Mbappe played in a weaker league, but Mbappe already has more Champions League goals than Henri. He already has more goals for France than Henri. So I don't. And Mbappe plays in the La Liga first season for like 41 goals that season. So I don't really think him playing in Ligue 1 like really undermines his career achievements. He already has a World Cup. The Henri, yeah, Henri also won the World Cup as well. But Mbappe has consistently been the best player of this decade of the 2020s. I think Mbappe has more Ballon d'Or nominations than Henri as well, and I think Mbappe has gotten closer to winning a Ballon d'Or than Henri. And yeah, like I'm
Correct.
just taking
No,
like I know
no, no.
he has mentioned all the
That's why I'm
PFA
gonna stop
players
you
and
there
all.
because the red card. I'm gonna stop you there because when Nedved won it, Henri was rather that Ballon d'Or, and that's the closest Henri's ever gotten. And Mbappe's never gotten higher than
Yeah,
third or
but
fourth,
yeah,
I
but
believe.
yeah, but like Nedved won it, so like there's no point.
Yeah, and
Like
it was
why
a
you
robbery.
interrupt? Yeah, so
It's
Mbappe
fine.
has more nominations. Mbappe at a young age already is already PSG's top goal scorer of all time. If and then he in 2 back-to-back club World Cup finals, he performed amazingly. In 2 back-to-back World Cups, he performed amazingly at 18 and at 24, I think. So I think at this stage, Mbappe has already picked higher than Henri, and I think he's even going to pick higher as well.
Good.
All
Two
right.
great intros.
Yeah, great intros. JK, start us off for your first rebuttal.
Edgar,
Edgar,
you mean
sorry.
Edgar?
Yeah. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
all right. I start. I get that 3 seconds from last time. Well, all right. I'm gonna start. Well, anyway, like you were saying, Henri has finished second in the Ballon d'Or in '03, which I believe, not I believe he was rather that Ballon d'Or than deserved. And also, Henri has 9 nominations and Mbappe has 8. So your point was false. Henri does have more Ballon d'Or nominations than Mbappe. And you're going off of he's a top scorer of PSG, yes, but he did play in a weaker league while Henri did it in La Liga, the Prem, and he did in the Serie A for Juve. And Henri has carried a harder team. He carried Arsenal to their invincibles with 30 goals in the league. You could say Mbappe on his debut season for Real Madrid, yeah, he got 41 goals, 31 goals in La Liga. But what did he do in the league? Lost to Barca. Copa del Rey lost to Barca. Super Copa lost to Barca. 3 competitions, didn't finish higher in second place. And also, he didn't. Also in the Champions League, lost to 11 Madrid, ghosted in both legs, and only won 2 one-off finals. I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, you got a good 7 seconds plus the 3 seconds you didn't use, so 10 seconds extra. So
Okay.
40 seconds for your conclusion.
All right, JK, go ahead.
Yeah,
JK,
so
yeah.
we're talking about picking. So Mbappe already has more league titles than Henri. He has 7 and Henri has 5. Mbappe already has a World Cup Golden Boot. Henri never won the World Cup Golden Boot. Henri has never had a goal or assist in any final he played in. Any final he played in. So yeah, and Mbappe has 4 goals in World Cup finals.
Yeah, and also Mbappe has, I think, more scoring records. And you're talking about how he got bounced around by Barcelona, but if, in the second El Clasico that they played, that wasn't even for a trophy. Like he scored a hat trick in it, and you can't say one off finals when he literally won those two trophies. But you only talked about the invincible trophy that Henri won. But on Mbappe's first season in Real Madrid, he won two trophies and already won the Golden Boots. So I think yes, the fact that Mbappe is still 26 and has achieved far more than Henri in all these more French goals and more UCL goals as well. He's better than Henri and has peaked higher.
How much time he got left?
You got 3 seconds left.
Okay, so
Edgar, go
33.
ahead. First rebuttal of the
No, this is
gauntlet final.
conclusion. This is
Yeah.
conclusion.
First conclusion of the gauntlet final. Go ahead, bro.
Like I was saying, you said that I only brought up the Invincible season when I did not. I brought up that he scored 30 goals in the Invincible season, being the Premier League top goal scorer and setting a goal scoring record for that season until it was broken. But anyway, like I was saying, he won the World Cup, the Euros Confederations Cup. He also won 2 La Ligas, 1 Champions League, and Bobby's never won a Champions League, 3 FA Cups, um, 2 Premier Leagues, two fucking what's called Community Shield. So you could say that okay, Mbappe's achieved more goal scoring wise, but when it comes to real trophies and what they've actually done, Henri has more major trophies than Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe has 2 major trophies for Real Madrid, not even major, 2 1-off finals. You could say those were last season finals. So was he there the season before? No, those are off of what Vinny did
Time,
for
time,
Real
time,
Madrid,
time,
not
time,
Mbappe.
time. JK, go ahead. 30 seconds. Let's see who wins the
Yeah,
first round.
so I think Mbappe has picked higher because we're talking about who has picked higher, but this guy is just talking about the trophies that Henry has won. Mbappe has more goal scoring milestones. Like I said, he has more UCL goals in less appearances, has more goals than France in less appearances, has already lapped Henri's whole World Cup legacy, has more goals and assists in finals that Henri has never gotten a goal or assist in any final he played in. Already has more domestic league titles and has more personal awards as well. I think everything that Mbappe has done at this young age just clarifies the fact that over the course of career, he's still going to peak higher and has already peaked
Time,
higher than
time, time,
Henry.
time, time, time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
God damn.
I was really good, y'all boys.
God damn. Nah, respect, boys. That was a good one.
Okay, so I'm gonna start it off.
I wanted to start it
Okay,
off.
start it
I wanted to get that shit out the way quick,
Go
nigga.
ahead, go ahead.
Nah, JK got it, bro. I think he felt more comfortable with what he was arguing, so maybe that's why it felt more concise. But Edgar still did a great job. I just think JK edges it out, even though I hate using that pause. I hate that term. Anyways, Conrad or Luca,
Luca, go ahead, or you want me to go?
Go ahead.
All right, fuck it. JK got it. You don't even have to go. I think JK won. I think the real thing is that JK stuck to the script, stuck to the prompt more. And JK, I wanted you to argue against him. He kept going to Henri's full career. We were talking about peak. I'm glad that you brought that up at the end. You brought up how he keeps talking about these major trophies that Henri won throughout his career, but we're talking about a specific peak, a specific version of Henri or a specific version of Mbappe. I feel like both of you guys did go off topic a little bit. You guys did focus on longevity, both focus on like their whole career, but I felt like JK was way closer to the prop than Edgar was.
Yeah,
So
I
if
felt
I'm
the
being
same way.
objective about it, which is like it's about sticking to the topic and actually arguing the topic, I have to go JK for the
I
first
also have to
round.
go JK for that.
So he's the first ever gauntlet winner. And I think his main attribute, I don't even genuinely, I wouldn't even say he's the best debater here. I would say he played it very smart. He picked his prompts very smartly. He played it very safe. He didn't give in to pressure from his opponents. Rebel tried to rage bait him into picking a couple prompts. I think JK just I think JK won the first edition of the Gauntlet. I can't
I
hold
agree.
you.
I think JK did the best job with like selecting what side he was on, and
Which is the main premise of the game. I can't hold you, Edgar. What do you have to say for yourself, but bro? I really don't think you should have your head down or anything.
I'm gonna say it's JKGG's, bro. I mean, you negged probably Rebel. Rebel's probably like one of the best debaters here. You negged him after you came back after a loss. I'm giving you your props because I mean, I can't. Even if I made up an excuse, I still got smoked because I did choose the wrong topic. The first topic, I tried my best, but it wasn't hard enough. But I will say that I did do really good. I smoked Nathan and I came back, and then I also came back against what's his name, Ozzy. and Ozzy was really good. So I think second place is my first real major debate tournament like ever. Utter. I think second place.
Nothing to not be proud of. And I think,
Definitely do.
bro, even for the first tournament, it's great drama, bro. Jake got eliminated, came back through the loser bracket, like crazy shit. And he beat the guy he got eliminated up against. Like, yeah,
JK is the guy that fought the most.
look at
Like,
this nigga smiling, bro. He's cheesing hard as hell right now. All right.
Debated the most.
But yeah,
Get EA, man.
Edgar, appreciate you for coming on, bro. JK, congratulations, man. You're the first ever winner on the gauntlet. We're about to keep in contact with you. We're gonna set up. You probably you want to use PayPal, whatever platform. I'll text you. We'll figure it out. But congratulations, bro. You automatically, or the other reward you get the next tournament, you automatically go past the first round. So you're just in the semifinal or the quarterfinals. However many people we got, we gonna make sure you good. So yeah, congratulations, bro.
Yeah,
Appreciate
bro.
you for coming up.
But they your shit, man.
You got anything to say to the viewers?
Good shit, JK.
I think what you guys are doing is very good, like giving platform to like debaters and stuff, and hopefully we can go do more of this and the YouTube videos really get out there and blow up like crazy. And yeah.
Appreciate it, bro. Want to join? We're gonna open it to the public. We'll keep you guys updated with that. We're going Hamzullah. Just make an outro for like 30 seconds, game, and then yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remove myself.
Uh,
Yo, lock the fuck in, bro. It ain't that hard.
I can't lock in, bro. Y'all leaving me in this space by myself. I'll be dying, bro. All right. JK came back for the money.
Yeah, so like, are we done? Like, I can go to bed.
Yeah, all done, bro. You can go to bed, my guy. We'll hit you up with your info and everything in the morning. Just give us a text. Conrad will set up everything with you, and we'll get you your prize, my guy.
All right, bro. See you later.
Thank you for participating, man. Well, guys, that was the first edition of the Gauntlet. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We're about to feed this to the public soon, so anybody that wants to join, hit us up in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you guys for your time.